but I don't respect Melbourne for what it is.
Yeah, I'd never had the ambition or the desire to go ever. I see people that go over there and they have these big expensive holidays and they go to Nobu and they do this and that and it just looks like shit.
Yeah.
It doesn't look. I have not a single part of me just like, I really want to get over to Melbourne and see what it's about, you know? I don't even like it. The one saving grace I had was VB, but they changed the recipe, man. And I don't know if maybe I've changed too much but I don't like it anymore.
Maybe
on tap, it's alright.
Dude, VB's like Sam Pell. You have to be in such a low tax bracket to appreciate it. I think
maybe
that's
it's because I don't smoke ciggies as much anymore.
Could be.
Could be because the first if it's on tap, it's all good. But out of a can and a bottle doesn't matter. It's I don't know. I was just about to say it's real bitter, which would be ironic. But
yeah,
there's something to like at the end of it. Just all of them taste like they've skunked.
You know, I got this new perspective on like inebriants. I think that like you have a drink and you're like, oh, I'll get a bag, you know? You get a bag, you're like, we'll get cigarettes. You get cigarettes, you're like, I'd love a drink. And then all of a sudden you're in this spiral of like one to the next to the next. And then you are like at home doing that. You're like, you know where we should go? Someplace where other people are doing this. Yeah. And then you go to that place. Yeah. And then all of a sudden you're just like looking around, you're like, I don't like anyone here. Yeah. And actually, if you zoom out of this picture, I'm just one of the people here. I think I'm just getting older, you know?
You're warming up to the idea of sobriety, huh?
Dude, you know, I was kind of wrestling with this idea yesterday while I was in my deep state of depression/recovery from the night before. And I think I actually send it for the boys now. Yeah. I used to send it for me. I used to send it really selfishly, actually. Yeah. You know, I'd get to a certain point, I'm like, I'm going for a walk. People be like, I come with you. I'm like, you're not coming with me. Yeah, I'm doing my thing. I'm doing my own thing. I'm a free bird. And now all I want to do when I'm, you know, on the send is if I'm with the boys and not with Riz, I want to be with Riz. And if I'm with Riz and the boys, I just really want to like lock down and like no one go anywhere. You know, like, oh, I'm just going to go take a piss. It's like, take a piss where we can see you. You know? Like there's something about that. And then building a deeper relationship with myself, which is a weird thing that happens when you grow up. Now I'm in this space of like, oh, I actually really respect myself 6.5 days of the week. You know, like if you break it down, 6.5 days of the week, I'm bloody focused on my sleep. Oh, hang on, I got a missed call from the boss.
I understand.
Might be in trouble.
Speakerphone, let's hear it.
Can't be in too much trouble.
The person you are calling is not available.
I hear it, mate.
Yeah, that 6.5 days of the week, I'm worried about my sleep, my water intake, my fruit, protein, sugar intake, all this stuff. And then it's like this switch flicks. Like as soon as you crack that first fireball premix.
So shit.
I don't know. That's a tax bracket thing again, I think.
Oh. Yeah.
But as soon as I crack it, it's like there's no rules, there's no responsibilities.
Like your Saturday 6 to 6. Yeah. Time to let your hair down, eh?
Yeah. And then you go, okay. Then I start feeling really bad because I'm going, well, why do I respect myself for all that time to not respect myself? And you go, yeah. Like you wash your car to get it dirty. And I get that. But it's like, well, don't you wash your car because it gets dirty?
Yeah, you don't have to.
You don't have to get it dirty.
Yeah.
You know?
It's sort of like a 1 step forward, 2 steps back kind of thing where like you spend all this time looking after yourself all the week and then you like that 12-hour window, like you said, that half day, like that's where you undo it all, you know, because you're drinking heavily, eating like shit, smoking ciggies, you know, wrestling with the bag, fucking up your circadian rhythm, you know.
That's a big one is the recovery.
Yeah.
Like I don't like that. It just, it's all good.
Safe.
But yeah, it's one of those, like, I don't know. I think when you're young and you're going through it, like you're going through the partying phase and it's like you talk to people like, oh yeah, you know, all that does end. And you're like, yeah, you're just not doing it right. Yeah. And then you come to that stage where you're like, it might be coming to an end.
Yeah, 18-year-old me would call 26-year-old me a pussy.
Yeah, 100%.
26-year-old me would call 18-year-old me a fucking pussy as
well.
Yeah,
a dumbass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's dumb.
Yeah, and it's cool because I feel like your priorities do change. And I think the cool thing that I've come across is like I'm really keen to like have a family. Like I now kind of understand like the ceremony and sanctity of marriage and what it means and what it represents, and being able to like be excited about that, which is a really hard thing to wrap your head around when you're, you know, fucking 20 something years old and trying to live a adventurous life, we'll call it that.
It's more like when you're 21 and get your first super like on Tinder, you know? You're just like, I'm not marrying anyone, I'm going to fuck some hoes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I want to see if it's grippy, you know? But it's weird to come to a point now where it's like, you know, just before we started recording, I said my goal from the BLXCK INK team building day was to pretty much go straight to 180 until Japan, which we have in February. And then
6 weeks, by the way.
From here,
it's like
it's so fucking scary.
It's basically tomorrow.
Yeah. But yeah, buddy, I said, no, we'll have one blowout, and that's when we go Christmas light viewing, which is hilarious to think about. You know, you're walking around the streets of Bunbury looking at Christmas lights, and you're like, that's the one that I'm going to fucking spend $1,500 and completely blow out.
I'm getting fucked up for that.
Yeah. Which amazingly turned out to be just like the best time ever. Just hung out on the beach for 6 hours at night, buddy, sitting in a circle with all rugged up, just talking about everything. It was awesome. You know, it was really cool. But now it's like following that, like, you know, slept all day yesterday and just drank water and ate food and slept on the couch, and, you know, which is kind of, even that in a way is cool because you're so forced. Like for me, I'm so forced to just stop. Yeah. Like I never stop. Yeah. I never stop. And then when you're like in that situation, your body's like, brother,
go to bed.
Go to bed.
Go to sleep.
Yeah. And when you wake up, go to sleep again.
Yeah, well, you wake up, I'm here picking up everyone who's still awake. It's what, 10:30 at that point. They've not slept. You've gotten 4 hours, 3 hours or whatever. I was up with the sun, went out for brekkie, you know, made a head start on the day. I'd done shit, Christmas shopping, got all that ticked off. Yeah. And it's two different worlds. And I've been on both ends of the stick, you know, getting home at 6 o'clock, waking up at 6 o'clock. Yeah. I'm at a point now where I'd rather be waking up at 6.
Yeah. Just move that microphone nice and close to you.
Get it right in here.
Yeah, there you go.
But I think we're blessed in the way, like, drinking culture in Australia. First of all, drinking age is 18. And then so obviously you start when you're 16, 15, you know, to get all that out of the way. Could you imagine waiting until you turn 21 and then first time being able to go back to clubs and stuff, you do that, but then you're also like sloppy drunk because you've never drank before. You get your 6 to 8 years to build up your tolerance, and then you can go out and do it legally, and then that's wicked. And then you get 3 years, 4 years, and then you're like, all right, that's enough.
So then that asks a question like, what other things, you know, like how old should you be when you use a screen for the first time?
Screen? I don't know. You see it like all the iPad kids and stuff now, but man, like I can't dictate that. It's I've managed to. I fell into $100 recently. Every year the company gives us $100 gift voucher, and then there was a period through maybe like around July-ish where I was 2 demerit points. And one of the old boys at work was like, "You're not going to have a license by the end of the year." And I was like, "Yeah, I will. And he goes, "Yeah, put some money on it. Put $50 on it." And I was like, "Be a man. Put the clean away 100 on there. Let's go." Shook his hand and he goes, "That's the easiest money I've ever made." And I was like, "You have no idea what you've just done." And so
I'm going to financially destroy you.
Yeah, $100. It's over. It's done. And so there was a period.
Do you think about his family this Christmas?
I don't give a fuck, mate. I don't give a fuck. All right, I'm about me and myself.
And them demerit points.
Yeah, boy. There was a period there where I could have taken the L, lost the license, the 3-month period, and then gotten it back. Yeah. But I was like, that's basically cheating, so I'm not going to do that. And then Zoe said, I remember I got flash going to Perth, and I was like, that's it, I'll lose them. Zoe's like, I'll take the points for you. So I wrote in the letter, like, this was her, here she is, sent the letter away, and then I got the letter back, and they were like, come on, brother. You know, Zoe fucking 5'4". Like, there's a photo of you and her in the car. She's not driving. But when they sent that back, they reinstated the fine. So I had an extra month to pay it. And then during that time, double jeopardy, baby, I got 2 more points back.
Sick.
So, you know, it flipped over like that. And then, so I was good. So I rode around on 2 points for like 6 months. I have 4 now. Yeah. Brag. And people ask me, what's my secret? How do I do it? 2 things. Cruise control, YouTube, you know?
Yeah, true.
I'm driving to work. I got shit going here, flicking through Instagram reels over there. It's like, I'm chilling.
Got the third screen and you're like, kudasai.
I did actually, for a while, I was doing Duolingo on the way to work too.
Yeah.
But it was just a bit too much. I kept slipping and hitting the wrong.
Yeah.
Trying to get the words in. I was like, I'm not fucking losing hearts for this. So
yeah.
Just back to YouTube, which is just, I'm slowing down so I can finish off an episode. You know what I mean?
What's your go-to on YouTube?
Well, I don't know. It varies. I usually just go, what I've been doing a lot lately is like deep lore of games that I used to play.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's like you can get 90 minutes, 3 hours of content that you're not really listening to. You don't have to watch. But I think like I'm over it now. But my algorithm's so modified to that I just like open it up, flick, tap, and then just let it roll.
Yeah.
Whereas like I don't know how you meant to like reach out. How are you supposed to? There's so many videos on YouTube. I don't know what to look for.
Yeah, YouTube is almost like a gated community of coolness. You know, because like I can only watch so much Mr. Beast, Whistling Diesel, fucking Ryan, whatever his name is.
Yeah, all the big like all the bloke shows. You know.
Yeah, yeah.
What's the broke up north Exmouth, Youngbloods.
Oh yeah.
You know, it's like you can only envy him for so long.
I feel like I got to a point where I'm just like, fucking
Fuck
hate your
guy.
voice. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, oh man, we just found this fucking Tyrannosaurus Rex on the beach, man.
It's 4 days beach camping solo, just me and my GoPro in the kayak.
Yeah.
Look at the water, yeah, gorgeous. Look at the fish, yeah, wicked.
Yeah.
Look at my dog, yeah, awesome. It's like, all right, cool. Here's me driving to work.
Yeah,
So I'm not watching this shit anymore, bro. Fuck off.
Man, how's the fucking subsect of people that live the most boring life and put all of it on YouTube and Instagram? Like, the biggest one is like these fucking chicks that have had a kid and they're like, day in the life of a mom. And it's like, there is nothing interesting. Like, you think your life is wild because you've done basically nothing up until the point where the crescendo of your life was having a child, and now you think that like you're the first person who ever found being a mother. Yeah,
it's like, congratulations, it's 11 o'clock and you spent $8 on a coffee.
Yeah,
it's like, what a day.
That is crazy.
Yeah, I found whenever I start seeing people on socials getting knocked up, I usually let it ride for a bit because you know usually like there's around the wedding and stuff, and I like seeing that sort of stuff. But then as soon as baby pops out, I'm like, see ya. I keep the blokes around because they will post their motorbike. They have a profile picture of just their motorbike until their wife leaves them, and then it's all about the kids.
Yeah.
So when the divorce comes in, unfollowed, you're out.
That's crazy accurate.
I know, dude. I know.
You kind of want like the ultimate bloke profile picture is like a fish riding a motorbike, fucking, you know, with a VB fridge esky in the background. You know.
Yeah. It's exactly that. It's like I didn't even know you had kids until your wife left you. Now you have to hang out with them all the time. And you build a relationship.
I feel like the because I'm gonna be that piece of shit that just like, here's a hell cool life, and now here's 16 tiles of my baby. Yeah, but it's like probably with a mustache drawn on. Yeah, litter it in, like you know, keep it fresh. Yeah, you had a baby. It's like you don't need to put up fucking 12 stories a day, dude. You know what's wild? Like in a completely non-pretentious way. Like given the circumstances, I live a reasonably interesting life. Like I feel like things are constantly changing in my reality. I'm always sort of, I don't know. I've always got something to look forward to. Put it that way. And I feel like my filter that I go through for like, is this good enough to post? Because I've like, you go back 3 years, like I was trying to post 3 things a day, every day of the week, 2 of them video content. So I was constantly like, do something, record it, and we both know someone who records too much of their shit and puts it all up. That you know who I'm talking about? I'm gonna write it on my phone because. Have you got your phone there? I'll message it to you. Yeah, text me, bro. Behind the scenes. This is behind the paywall. You can see I was gonna say it sound on the screen. Yeah, bro. Well, you know what's crazy is I blocked that out so long ago that I completely forgot that they existed. It's nuts. But I used to see them like 4 or 5 times a day. It's crazy. I can't believe I let that slip my mind. And the type of shit it is, you just like, it sucks. What fucking adult thinks that is appropriate to edit? Like while they're editing it, it's bait, bro. Thinks it's normal, you know? So bad. Oh, what do we got here? Mashallah. So sorry, brothers. Hello. I thought you were going to do it in your office. No way. No aircon in there. Yeah. Pretty crazy. Wave. What's a day mode? Night mode. Damo. No, that's all right. We leave it all in.
Yeah.
We just message each other on the podcast to not spill the beans on someone, you know?
Yeah, we're not trying to rag on anyone over here.
I've got to message you as well. I can't. Who was it? Oh, it was.
Come check my texts.
They just put too much shit on Instagram.
They just fucking suck.
Yeah. I'll just message you. Otherwise, you're going to be like, oh, is it fucking...
And start guessing.
It will be that. But no, it's just like, how do you be an adult and continuously post stuff that has no actual value?
But it's the same thing as well. It's like, I get it. Like I see people that post like TikToks and stuff like that. So I watches heaps of them, and you can watch it and enjoy the video. But I can't. I always think like step back and it's like, what? How do they go about making that piece of content? You know, I remember I pulled up at the shops one time and there was a bunch of kids doing a TikTok dance in the car park at the park center, like shoes off. And I was like, don't post that.
Yeah,
it's fucking gross.
But also, I feel like that's part of the growing journey as well as you.
I'm just glad I missed that. Like, I think when I was a kid, it was like Musically, and I saw that. And unless you wanted to pay like a $15 premium, all you could do was like a video to Barbra Streisand. Like,
yeah.
And I was like, yeah, that's gay. So
you know, our gen was the fucking challenge gen. You know, the ALS challenge.
Are we the same generation?
I was born late 70s, yeah.
Late 70s?
Yeah.
Shows too.
Mm.
Like,
yeah, that's why I want to go sober, hey.
You're like 92.
Yeah, 92.
Yeah, that's ish.
Yeah, what are you, 96?
8.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is 99. You guys are closer to each other's age than
Yeah,
you
that's
and me.
crazy.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
But no, I feel, okay, so my generation.
Ish. There's a bit of, you know, I watch Lizzie McGuire too, man.
So, yeah. Yeah, and Saddle Club. You watch Saddle Club?
Yeah. Dude.
Hard.
Hello world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Real shit.
I didn't watch any boy shows.
You know, yeah, we'll leave that alone.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, cheers.
But no, there was all the challenges when we went to school. You know, there was the ALS challenge is the only one coming to mind, but there was definitely a theme of like, it seemed like every 6 months there was a thing that everybody would do.
When you said the challenge generation, I thought like it was the hard. I remember struggling to fit my Walkman Nickelback Silver Side Up into my M&M 2-piece tracksuit and ride my Razor scooter to school. But you meant like the literal, like the ice bucket challenge, or what was the salt ice challenge? Like, look, give yourself a fucking salt burn. And
yeah.
I know people that still have the scars from that.
Dude, planking was a thing?
No, planking never fucking left, dude. I can at any given point I can pull up my phone and find a plethora of photos of me and my friends from the last 2.5 years planking on shit around.
Is it at work?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So planking. Oh, you're going again. Oh, ta-ta. TTFN. But the whole the planking thing was, I don't know, the planking thing was one of those things where you're like, this is fucking stupid, and then you're like, I'll give it a shot.
That's why it's funny.
Yeah.
You know? It's like, oh, 3 people died doing this.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. Yeah, also, how did you die planking, you know?
It must have been epic.
Oh, of course. And as long as they got the fucking, I was going to say got the clip. Have you seen these kids that like die because they jump into the most stagnant of water and get the brain?
Yeah, the brain amoebas.
How crazy is that?
Man, how can you look at perfectly still water and not want to jump in though, you know? Like,
no, I could.
Like the 60-year-old pool water and stuff, yeah, but you see a lot of it like deep water caves or like stuff like that, and you look at that and you're like, oh, that must go down forever.
Yeah.
I want it.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. For sure. I think there's there's definitely like I don't know, the part of me that's curious goes, I would love to jump in it, and the part of me that is like, I'm going to have to dry my hair makes me not want to jump in it.
I remember like the idea of diving is so like it's simple. I remember the first time I tried to dive off of like backwash off the basalt. It's not even that far.
Yeah.
I think I did it like 3 times, but it was just the idea of going headfirst into something was I just couldn't.
Yeah, horrifying.
I was like, that's scary.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then you see people like pop mulberries off Boston and Jetty. I'm like, yeah, I'll never do that.
Yeah, I don't understand the jumping from a high height into water either.
Mm-mm.
You know, it's like you can get a buzz heaps easier than doing that.
Yeah.
You know, and we're talking about like that final steps. You slip a little bit, you twist a bit weird, blow out a hip bone.
I'm all for rope swings. Rope swings are cool.
Oh, yeah.
You're going to land on your back and it's going to be funny.
Yeah.
You know? But there was, I think they dug it out now up at Black Diamond.
It's gone.
Because too many times people would like undershoot it and land on the Like, because there was like the normal one you could jump off, that was fine, and then there was one that you needed to run up, and then you'd be jumping over like down, and you slip twist too many times, and that's it. Like, man, if you need to run and jump into something, you're doing it with shoes. I'm doing it with shoes on.
100%.
Undies.
Yeah.
Asics all day.
Fuck, I sent a good one to George the other day. This video, this dude is like at the pools and he's gone to like run, and then the thing that you dive off is like jump on that and then jump into the water, and he's slipped before he's got to that thing and just slammed into the dive block. Fuck, man. Eat it.
Yeah, suck it.
That's such a good. And then I hit him with the skateboarding dude, and he like does like this ollie onto this next platform that has like a weird manhole in the ground. He loses the board and his leg goes down the manhole and like bends the wrong way. I'm like, fuck yeah. Nice. He's like, you fucking miss me from those reels from now on. I'm like, all right, chill out, brother. Here's some gay reels, you know. I
had a dude that kept sending me like cunts trying to like squat way too much weight and then, like snapping their arms and shit, and I was like, cunt. Fucking knock it off.
I don't like that.
No, I'm not. I don't want to fucking see that, man. I don't care. Like, it's gross. The fucking, what happened at like the footy show or something? The two dudes arm wrestling
and I was just about to say, arm snapping and arm wrestles. I can't stand that. I don't like that at all.
I don't like the idea of any bones breaking. I don't want to see that shit.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, this might just be my algorithm, and I might be getting a bit vulnerable here, but you're getting heaps of fucking gay shit with the boys.
Man, that's a you issue. That is sus
as fuck. It's crazy, like, because Aiden, I don't know who started sending. I'm not going to say Aiden started. Like, I think it's one of those things when you first see it, you're like, ha ha, send this to the boys, and then it's like they're like, ha ha ha, send them back.
Is it like actual gay? Like, because I get like, you know, like kiss the homies, like
yeah, that sort of shit.
Oh, that's not gay. I thought you meant like,
oh, not full time, like fucking
Brokeback Mountain.
No, I'm talking like
it's like.
There's this one where there's this like hell cute dog, and it's like it's just had a bath or something, and it's just like, you know, it's like a dash hound. It's like blinking and looking up at the camera, and it's like when you come to and your homie's folded up in front of you unconscious. I said that to Aiden. He's just like, brother, the feels.
That's not wholesome gay. That's different.
Yeah. Have you seen those two fucking dudes that are over the top? Like, they cry so hard when they see each other. Oh my god, it's so good. Oh, I feel like I might even edit it into the fucking pod because it's
that good.
It's that good that like I've watched it so many times and brought it up with fucking George after the fact as well. Come on, don't let me down now.
It's in there.
It might be too far away. Every meme is fucking pretty gay. And again, not that gay is a bad thing. It's just like, you know.
It's not me. It's not. You can't sit there and send 50 gay Instagram memes a day and then be like, why does my algorithm think I'm gay?
Yeah.
Like that's on you. Is it going? Oh yeah,
even the sound.
Nah, I got to there where he wrapped his legs around him and like that's fucking. I'm like, that's gay. I'm not watching.
Go back and watch the one after it.
The one after. Oh, is it the same dudes? How it started. We hadn't seen each other in 3 years. They're fucking soul brothers. I can't.
There's a part where he's like misses his recording and he goes back up thing and he's like just
Oh, there it is.
The damn reason I do that all the time. Oh my goodness.
I can't believe you made me watch this, bro. Oh, and then they're just playing ball together.
Is it one of those things that is that on his thing?
No, that's the rest of the reel.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you give me like a fucking 90-second reel to get through.
Well, I've never watched the whole thing. But it's funny though. You're the same response as George, because George is like, I'm not fucking watching all of this. No. I'm like, okay, it's not about the whole thing. The first 5 seconds is funny enough.
I just I'd seen it and I moved on.
Have you seen the dude? Oh, this is going to be the shittest podcast because it's all stuff about reels. But have you seen the dude that like acts? He's like it's like my wife just left me. But it's like it's all a skit, and he'll like work himself up into the wildest cry, and it's like, oh no, it'll be like my wife just left me. This is my last message to her, and he's like, I'm fucking sorry, and he'd just be like crying, and his eyes coming out of his head, like the bubbles out of the mouth and shit.
I haven't seen that.
Oh my goodness! When you first watch it, you're like, what the fuck is wrong with people? Then you go through his whole like
that's his thing,
and you're like, oh, you're like a full like I don't want to call it method actor, but probably a method actor.
Maybe he's just trying to get the new Spider-Man role or something. You know, you reach for this water.
Yeah, if the Spider-Man role is being completely fucking
dibs.
what?
I'm calling it.
On what?
If it's going, the Spider-Man role's going. I'm getting it. I've called it. Check this out.
I wonder if you just put a super average person into Spider-Man, whether it would translate as hilarious or fucking horrible.
Like, dude can't flip.
Yeah.
It's the equivalent of like making Lou Ferrigno the Hulk back in the 70s, you know. It would
What's
just
that? Oh, yeah.
You know, the OG before CGI was a thing.
It's pretty crazy to think that, like, people would watch the original Godzilla and be like, man, I don't know how they did it. And it's like, with a toy in a miniature city?
Yeah.
Like, how do you...
Yeah.
But this is the thing, like, if you haven't been exposed to, you know?
Yeah, it's like, without CGI, you guys just raised this thing to be massive and it destroyed Tokyo and you just recorded it. Yeah. We did.
Would you feed him? You know?
Protein.
Yeah.
Just heaps of protein.
How's, talking about protein, how is the fucking consistency of steroid use? Not in general, just in Bunbury.
Oh, you know, I wouldn't know, man. I don't really touch the shit.
I cannot believe how many fucking people are on steroids now.
Everyone, man. And
Everyone.
The craziest thing is, as soon as you get on it, you realize everyone else is on it as well.
Yeah.
You know, because it's just a supplement. You know, you know what I mean.
I do know what you mean. I feel like the gateway is probably drug use.
I don't know. I think it's the same sort of thing. Remember when you were a kid and you were like, oh, I'm never going to touch a cigarette or do a drug, and now you're like, fucking, I don't care what's in it. Let's rack it up. You know, you get older, you realize it's not that deep. You know,
Dude, you know it's a scary thought. Because like people who don't do it, they're like, oh, you don't know where it's come from. It's like, bitch, you don't know where your fucking milk came from.
Yeah,
you don't know where anything came from, but because it came from Woolworths, you think it's safe. Hey, you want a rug pull? Nothing's safe.
Yeah.
Everything's got microplastics in it.
Yeah, exactly.
Everything has hormone disrupting fucking agents or like everything.
Pesticides and all sorts of no good GMOs, you know.
Nuts.
Yeah,
everything is bringing your asshole closer to your ball bag.
Yeah, so what the fuck does it matter if I pin up? Look, fuck it, jump on the gas. What opened your eyes to that? What gave you that realization?
What, steroids?
Everyone's blasting, yeah.
I think probably it's the correlation between like when you start doing like recreational narcotics and you kind of like, you look around, it's like once you know what it looks like when you're on it, you then go out and you're like, oh, that cunt over there is not doing it and everyone else is. And then I think with steroids, it's like when even the meme culture around it becomes naturalized, and then the people who you see like those memes, it's like even if they don't do it, they're normalizing it.
Yeah, that's the issue with like the whole blasting trend meme gym culture sort of thing, is that most of the most influential people looking at it are like, you know, 16, 17-year-olds, and you know, like that's way too early to be dabbling in anything, especially trend. Like trends is fucked, but I don't want anything to do with it. I did a couple of cycles of test, and you know that's probably it.
Yeah,
you know, but also the mindset that like everyone thinks that you do steroids, you're just going to get massive. It's not at all. Most of the average looking blokes, even some of the lower than average looking blokes, probably have done or are doing. You know,
I think the the reality behind, like, you get just a normal, lean, athletic looking dude, and you're like, oh yeah, he goes to the gym 4 or 5 times a week, he does cardio, you know, he's mindful of all this. You're like, oh yeah, that's a great example of a natural dude. And like half of the time, they're not natural.
No,
they're not natural.
You always think that steroids are like to build muscle. So bodybuilders, big blokes, they're the ones. But there's heaps of stuff that you use to like shred, cut, get lean, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's because it's not just one steroid. You know, there's thousands. It's drugs. It's heaps.
Yeah.
Even I, you know, or you could know about. You could like, you know, there's like some things like everyone knows what test is, and then because of the meme culture, everyone knows what trend is.
Yeah.
You know, like you actually clued me onto it. It's like Anavar as another thing is really good for cutting and stuff. But then you've got like Winstrol, Maelstrom, Sus, fucking the list goes on, bro. It's crazy.
And the snake eats its tail at a certain point.
Very Ouroboros.
Because you're like, I started here, and then I do this to replenish that, and then I do this to offset that, and then I do this to what do you call it when it helps each other to coincide with that. And then all of a sudden you get to this point where you're like, oh, now I've got to fill in this gap, that gap, that gap. So then you map that with another side of it, and then all of a sudden it's just like I'm on this never-ending cycle. And then you've got people who just like yeah, I bloody tried test and it was really good, and that was a year and a half ago, and I haven't really stopped.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's usually the biggest blokes. They're always on, you know, and not even the way that you would supplement creatine, you know, instead of blasting a whole bunch, they'll be taking, you know, 0.5 ml a week or something like that, and then that's cruising. They cruise on that, and they just take that the same way you would take your fish oil in the morning, and then they get to a point and it's like, all right, it's time to put on some size. So then they'll start blasting, which is, you know, they double, triple the dose, throw in something else to stack, and then they do that, and then they taper back off, and then but always consistent with the cruise, so they're always on test.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's where you get the deep voice and, you know, the big plate chest, and that's where the physique that everyone that looks at someone and says they're on steroids comes from, because they are on steroids.
You know, the thing that I don't get though, like I know maybe 6 blokes who I feel like they really enjoy lifting. Like I enjoy riding my bike. Hate running, hate swimming.
Yep.
I enjoy skating in the right sense, but it's like the movement of picking up something heavy and putting it back down. I genuinely probably know 6 people that actually like doing that.
Yeah.
Now, if you're one of those 6 people, sure. Year number 5, go like, you know what? I've been doing this for a while. I got a frame. I've got a little bit of size. I understand the risks.
Yep.
And like, I might look at that path. Also though, the skill of appreciating delayed gratification is extremely important in life. Because if you try and skip steps in anything, you know, like my greatest analogy that I can use is business. Like if you try and be a 10-year businessman in year 1, you will shoot yourself in both feet and both hands and wonder why you're bleeding.
Even one that more people can relate to, it's sort of like getting the keys to your dad's BMW before you buy your first Subaru Outback, you know what I mean? Like,
exactly.
you need to buy a shit car before you can appreciate a nice one.
Bro, you deserve a Ford Explorer.
Yeah, everyone does. Yeah, like I recently just sold the Patrol. That's gone.
Wow, huge.
Fuck, you know.
What'd you get for $8,000?
Nah, I got 14, which was pretty. To be fair, if I'm being realistic, that's pretty much what it was worth with the conditions. Like you know, it had no aircon, which was a big thing. It was old. It was fucking, you know, a bit rough cosmetically and stuff like that. You know, it had the fucking 411 diff ratios, which were no good for the highway. Like I had mud tires, no good for the highway. Thing was loud, hot, fucking heavy, slow. And now I got this brand new Hilux, aircon, climate control, electric everything, cruise control, lane assist, blah blah blah. And it's like I can look at that and be like, I'm glad that I did that, because I know I can't go back to it. You know what I mean? Like I could sell the Hilux and jump back in another Patrol. I would be fucking you know. So like you said, you have like you can't skip steps at all.
Yeah, well, I think the thing with like gym culture is, I'm super uncomfortable in a gym, especially these days. Like I haven't been to a gym in 2 years, say.
Yeah.
And like the last time I was there, I was just like, there's fucking too much distraction here, man. Like girls are trying to fucking purposely give themselves camel toes and then get upset when a guy looks in their direction. Like I can't handle that shit.
It's bait.
And then the other side of it is there are so many people in there that, and I know this, you inflate your self-perception because you're doing the activity. You know, it's like, I'm in here doing this. I'm actually triple the size that I am in real life. And it's like, no, you're just a dweeb in the gym who's not going to be here in 6 months. You know, and it's like, while I appreciate anyone trying anything, for sure, you know, for sure, that's good. Be you. Be the best possible version of you. But then those dudes who hit 6 months and they're like, well, here's gassing.
Yeah, and I tell, like, you know, I don't do that. Tell as many people as I can, don't do that. 4 years, I think, I was until I did mine.
Yeah.
And I probably won't again for a while, a long time even, I don't know. It's just something, I think everyone should try it, for sure, but when the time comes, you know. Yeah.
Yeah. I think, you know, there's just so much you can do in life, you know, and especially when you're young, you tend to make these like sure statements, you know, like I'm going to be this sort of person.
Yeah.
You know, like I covered myself in tattoos before I was really an adult. And now I look at a lot of my tattoos, I'm like,
kind of gay.
Probably didn't need that one.
Yeah, me too, bro.
You know?
The day I was 18, I went and got that baby tattoo. I went in and booked it on, I was still 17. He goes, you want it now? And I was like, I'm 18 tomorrow.
Yeah.
He's like, come back tomorrow. And you know, he was like, it's pretty big. Are you sure you want to do this? And I was like, yeah.
Of course, dickhead.
Yeah, and it was funny, and it was cool for a while. Like, it was cool until I was 20, and then it was sort of funny. And now I'm 26, and I got this on my shoulder, and it's $2 grand to get covered up, and laser removal is expensive, and it's sort of like, I'm not blacking it out, and it's like, yeah, it's just fucking.
This is what I got now.
But now it's like every time I'm wearing a singlet or I have my shirt off, someone feels the need to come over and talk to me about it, and I was like, fuck off, dude. I know, I put it there, you know.
Yeah, that's a hard one to incorporate into another tattoo.
Yeah.
So you know what we can do with this? We can make it a Kookaburra holding a VB if you want.
Like, that would be. You can't, man. Where are you going to put the fucking look at the size of that thing. Even when he put it on, he goes, "That's pretty big." And I was like, yeah, fucking let's go. That's so cool, man.
I can't wait to gas up, brother.
No, it's fucked.
You know what you could do is just put a can around it and make the logo. The can
worse.
would be fucking
Make it way,
ear to your elbow.
And then I could walk around with a ring pull in my ear all the time. That's fucking.
That'd be nice.
That's not bad.
Yeah, I think on the tattoo front, the one thing I'm really happy with is that I didn't get any like neck tattoos or, I mean, crazy face tattoos. I could kind of do without the mandala on the side of my face. Not because it looks bad now, but because one day I'm going to want to cut my fucking hair short and there's nothing you can do with it.
Like dog's balls.
Oh.
Yeah, there's, I was always like nothing, no neck, no hands, nothing out of like a collar line, and then Black Ink Day happened, and whoops. And
To be fair, I didn't want it on my hand either.
but not bad. It's alright. And then I got the sleeve done, and that's sort of covered there. And now everyone has hand tattoos, and I look at them all, and I'm like, oh, this guy thinks he's tough, and then I'm like, oh, I'm that guy.
Bro, that feeling I get like once a month, I swear. Like I look at a heavily tattooed dude, I'm like, he's kind of scary. And I'm like, that's what I fucking look like, you know?
He's the same boat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, a tall guy with fucking 2 sleeves and tattoos poking out everywhere. It's like, that's me from a distance.
Bro. That is us.
From now on, I'm going to send this dude some gay memes from now on.
Yeah.
It's me and the homie.
See if he gives it back. I think face tattoo is pretty much like that's the new like extreme. Whereas before it used to be, sleeves and stuff. Now it's like you got something on your face, like a big thing.
Yeah.
Like a work wedding got it done, and it was like a dagger, and then a section of skin, and then the other end of the dagger. And he goes, "I love it. I think it's the coolest thing in the world." I was like, "Well, at least you waited until he's older."
He got 2 years before he hates it. That's all right.
Yeah. Yeah, I got no interest. No face, no neck.
Yeah. I think I'm a big fan of burning bridges,
Yeah.
Like when you break up with a chick, like you got to go around to his family's place and just be like, you're a cunt,
Yeah,
fuck you,
yep.
Your face is weird, your eyes are too close together, and the dog's all right. Yeah. So that way, there's no going back.
Yeah.
And I think when I left truck driving, and like I got the thing to renew my high risk license for like forklift, DWP, and then I'm like, I'm never driving a forklift again.
So you just let it die?
Just let it die.
Yeah.
It's like I promise you, I will never drive a truck again. I won't let it happen.
And if you do, it's like if it gets to a point where you might, you're not paying all that money to do the courses again. So 100% no.
100% no.
I'm hearing you.
And I think the thing with my tattoos now is that I wouldn't go as far as like getting a neck tat, or I wouldn't get anything on my face, and I will never get my knuckles and that done. Like I think my hands are pretty tasteful as far as getting hand tats go.
Like fingers, they always look like shit.
They do. Yeah, it just looks like you're really like muddying up. And like some dudes have got average looking hands. I feel like my hands are quite, I know it's a weird thing to say, but I think my hands are quite nice.
I don't have that. Anyone that's got the thumb, the fucking strip thumbs, bulbous tips.
Oh yeah.
I look around, I see some fucking gross hands out there, bro.
It's crazy, man.
Makes me thankful I could model gloves. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. I could model gloves.
Not suck my dick or anything, but
I wish I could. Fuck, that'd be all right. That'd be all right. I mean, it's not really that gay when you think about it, because
there's a lot to unpack there.
There is. Well, yeah, I'm gonna stick with the hands.
Yep.
So if I could stop biting my nails, I'll be right on the money with like, cool, everything is pretty good.
Well, I think that's where they get the bulbous, the fucking strip nails from. It's from fucking chewing them down.
Yeah, you got to really just fucking bite the nails. Don't let yourself start biting that skin.
Yeah, no, that's not it.
Yeah.
Anyway, here I am with my perfect hands.
Yeah, I've got it on my resume that I won't need because I'm not getting another job. That's what I was saying. So
Sorry.
I think the idea of like burning your bridges to a point now, I'm like, all right, I built this identity around like Jake and Black Ink and blah, blah, blah. So it's like it almost, being a character, you want something to distinguish you, I think it's like, you know, long hair tattoos.
Yeah.
Like that's my thing right now. That's not forever.
Yeah.
But it's like it's easy to like create the character around these distinguishing features and then build the identity of the character on top of those physical features.
Yeah.
So I think the tattoos serve me in a way. And also like my dad, from his neck to his knuckles to his toes, is completely covered. So I feel like I don't feel odd in it because I grew up around it.
Yeah.
But there's definitely like that vibe of like, I've thought about it more than once. Like, what would life be if I had no tattoos?
You'd like to think that it wouldn't be any different, but it definitely would be.
100% would be.
Yeah. You see clean skins at our age and you're like, how?
Mm.
Whoa. That's wild.
Yeah, you see clean skins and you're just like, oh, he must, yeah, there's nothing I can say that's hugely offensive. But yeah.
Yeah.
But no.
Must not like needles, man, when you're
Yeah,
scared.
it must be just different,
Yeah.
you know? It's like, but I don't know, it's kind of weird because I'm at such a crossroads in my life, bro. Like, it's so fucking weird at the moment.
Yeah.
Like, to be honest, like, just the whole, you know, I went to church. I was meant to go to church yesterday, but obviously completely fucking rooted, like couldn't have gone.
Yeah.
And I really felt bad because I didn't. But the week before, I went to church for the first time metaphorically, the first time in my life, because I went to a church that made me feel like, oh, I can see why you would want to go to this every Sunday.
What church is that?
Dream Builders Church.
Where's that?
Grace Christian.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, my brother-in-law goes there as well.
Dude, all the rules are broken there. Like, there's no... So, in Catholicism, there's a very strict, like, almost structure to how church goes. There's a very, like, tiered kind of, you know, you have to be baptized. You have to, like, level 1 is baptism. I forget what level 2 is, and level 3 is, like, First Holy Communion. And then it goes up and up and up. And it's only if you've had your First Holy Communion, which is a ceremony, can you have communion, which is the body and blood of Christ, which is the biscuit and the wine. So, Dream Builders, they start with everyone gets a wine and a cracker, and which makes sense because the idea of it is you're taking the body and blood of Christ because he sacrificed himself for us,
Yeah.
And it's like they start with 15 minutes of songs, dance, clapping, hands up, having fun, getting into it, raising the energy, everyone's singing. You feel like you should be singing. In fact, I didn't sing because I felt like I didn't deserve it. Bigger story there. But the whole thing of like actually raising the energy, and then it's like, right, we're all going to get into it, bang, 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 that's all done, cool. Let's get into a quick prayer, which is essentially just like a this, that reflection.
Yep.
And then they get into, like, it's just like church for me growing up was this thing where by minute 40, you're like, please let this end. Like, I'm trying to be good. I'm trying to stand here. I'm trying to have faith and I'm trying to go through the thing, but just fucking let me go, you know?
Yeah.
And then the essence of what church is, and I'm sorry to take this down this route. I know it's fucking kind of boring for the majority of people, but I feel like it's my responsibility to speak the word of the Lord. Let's keep going.
Preach that faith, baby.
I feel like church is meant to be a practice. You're meant to go there and you're meant to practice your faith with other people who are trying to practice their faith. It's a reminder of the journey that we're on, the direction that we're pointing, the path that we're walking. Then you leave church, or not even then you leave church, then church is over and you get time to spend with those people, right? Then from there, you go into your normal life and you practice what you learned at church. And then by the time it comes to Saturday, you're sort of forgetting what we did last Sunday, so you need to go again.
Yeah.
And then you go there, you're back with the family, you're back with the people, you're back getting excited, you're doing the thing. And the cool thing about this church that I went to on Sunday is I feel like for the first time I was like, I'm actually excited about my faith. It's not like to be honest, faith is really hard when you're doing it by yourself. You know, like none of my family are in faith. Mum's starting to like find a bit of, you know, like I talk to her a lot about prayer and a lot about like what I'm practicing and going to church and this and that. She's found a church that she's happy to go to and having that experience. But like, you know, I don't have any extended family that live here or practice it. You know, Dad's not that interested.
Close friends or anything either.
No close friends. Riz is on her own path. And it's, yeah, so it's like it's really hard to just like stay disciplined, praying twice a day, you know, cleaning up your thoughts, cleaning up your habits, being a better person, working on your communication, working on the way, and also like taking on the responsibility of, you know, planting those seeds in other people's minds of just like, hey, I'm getting good results. This is what I'm doing. Here's kind of where it comes from. it could be for you as well. If it's not, that's all good as well.
Offering an outlet to people that are curious. Like without a church to go to, it would just be you preaching.
Right.
And then you take that on and you'd be like, all right, cool. That's interesting.
It's interesting. And that's what it kind of feels like. Oh, it's just, it's interesting and it kind of giving me something. So I'm going to kind of keep doing it.
Yeah. So if you're interested and you're free on Sunday, come to the church and
learn
more about it.
Right.
This is a plug.
Yeah, exactly. I'll take the commissions at the end.
Yes,
so the weird thing about this crossroads that I'm at the moment, to kind of make this all contextual, is like I feel like I'm in this weird place where I've been practicing, I've had faith, I've got results. I've actually got such visual results now that it's like, it's not just this thing where I feel better, it's like my life has got better.
Yeah.
You know, like
dude.
People have watched my business grow. You've watched my physical aesthetic change. You've watched the way, I mean, you go back and watch my first 50 podcasts and I am a ball of energy that's shooting in every single direction.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to figure out what two pieces of rope connect, you know? And I've weaned out bad influence. I've got rid of negative habits. I've cleaned up my mind. I've sharpened my habits and my discipline and my practices. And now I'm getting such great results that it's like, all right, selfishly, this is awesome for me. Now it's my job to go out and help clean up the neighborhood around me.
Yeah.
You know? And now I'm at this crossroads where it's like, fuck, I don't really want to do cocaine at 4 o'clock in the morning anymore.
Pussy.
I know.
Yeah, that's kind of gay, dude.
It is kind of gay.
But it makes sense. It's like, it just goes back to what we're talking to. It's like you do it for long enough and then you get sick of it and then it's like a new chapter. It's time for something new, you know?
Yeah, 100%.
Time to lean into that faith, straighten up a little bit.
And also, I feel like, and this is the thing, like you go to the 6.5 days a week thing we're talking about. You spend 6.5 days a week following the rules and then break the rules for half a day. And it's like, if it serves you breaking those rules.
We both know, everyone knows that it's not worth it, but you do it anyway. Yeah, you're just talking about cutting out all the things that like distract you from pursuing your goals. You know, it doesn't, like for you it's faith. It doesn't have to be faith for everybody, but like all you've said to me is like everything that distracts you from what you want to do, you've just knocked out of the way to focus on what you want. That's what you're saying. Yeah,
and also like it's not that I put faith at the front of everything. Faith is the mortar in between the bricks.
We've spoken about this before. It is like I don't mind when you go on your little faith rate, like, you know, go for a bit of a spiel, because it makes sense to me how people like look at you and they're like, oh, you know, so motivated, like you know, so good at doing this, and it's because you're making yourself accountable every day because you're praying every morning, and that's you doing you know. Like I could do that too but I wouldn't have to. You don't, like if you're like, oh, I don't want to do the religion thing. You don't have to do the religion thing. You just like it's
the majority of this path has not been the religion thing.
No, it's just a facet for you.
Yeah.
For you to push that towards.
This is the thing. Like we've spoken about this, and probably on our other podcast before. Like I feel like prayer has been, like materialized into this thing where you're having like a conversation with God. That's level 10 shit. Level 1 prayer is just waking up. And before you do anything, reminding yourself what we're doing. Yeah. Like, I am alive. I am happy. I am powerful. I'm excited to be here. I'm in love. I love people. You know, people love me. I belong here. I have a community. I have people to serve. I have people that want to serve me because I put in the effort. Like, if you're just going through the tenets of what's important to you, and that's another massive thing, is like, day one, you're not going to know what's important. You're not going to know what your goals are. But after day 100, you have some sort of picture. And then after day 1,000, you've got it honed in because you've spent so much time thinking about it. And this is the thing. It applies to everything that you do. If you focus on how shit your life is, day 1, you're like, oh, it's kind of shit. Day 100, you're like, you know what? My life is shit because I don't have this and this and this. Day 1,000, you're like, I want to fucking die because...
everyone else's fault.
It's like, everyone else's fault. When, you know, someone comes in and I'm in the middle of something and they only did that to interrupt me. It's got nothing to do with their story and whatever. You know, like they called me at a bad time and I was trying to sleep and the dog started barking and fuck everything. And then by day 10,000, you're just dead. Yeah. Even if you're physically alive, you're dead because you have practiced negativity, right? And all this is the reverse of that. Yeah. And it's like, then you start to realize like, oh, if I'm telling myself every day that I am a scope for opportunity that benefits me and everyone around me. That I am porous to the idea that there are things around me that can help me in so many different ways that that's all I'm going to look for. I'm not going to look for the negative. You know, if I woke up because the dog barked, there's an opportunity for me to find something when I woke up.
Probably a gay reel to send to one of the homies.
Correct.
Yeah.
So then you turn into this machine that is programmed to look for good opportunities.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, instead of going like, oh, that's too much effort, I don't want to do it, you're like, that might be the opportunity. I'm going to put in heaps of energy. You know, I'm going to give it an hour's worth of energy right now and just see what comes out of it. Oh, something little came out of that that's good. That might be one piece of a bigger thing that I'm building that I still need to collect the other 99 pieces. Then you put in another 99 opportunities worth of work, and then you've got 100 pieces and you're like, oh, none of that would have happened unless first I perceive myself as someone who looks for opportunities that help benefit me and the people around me. You know? And that is level 1.
Yeah.
Then level 2 is putting the shit together. And like, I don't know what the step-by-step is, but the thing that I've found with enough of this practice is level 10 is actually something to do with a greater power, which for the sake of the conversation, let's call religion. Whatever you want your creator to be, whether it's God, whether it's the person who put together this program that is the matrix that we live within, whether it's whatever you want, even if it's fucking, you know, Muslim belief or Buddhist belief or whatever it is, it's like just some sort of greater power. If you speak to that when you pray, when you have a conversation with that, it responds. And whether it's just with opportunity or whether it's filling your mind with ideas or whether it's giving you creative imagination to perceive what you want in the future so that you can make goals between now and there, beautiful. Wouldn't you want to have that conversation if it's available?
Yeah, bro, for sure. Give and get back.
God damn it, dude. It's nuts. It's nuts.
It is good.
I'm half burnt out from the weekend and I can still talk with passion about this. That's how powerful it is for me, you know?
Fucking Monday morning, you know?
Yeah, it is Monday morning. Oh man. I'm so glad that Christmas. Have you got some wild gifts sort of for anyone over Christmas?
I got one for you here. It's not wild, but
I forgot about this, eh?
Camera.
Do you want to open this for me, Lou? She loves opening gifts, eh?
If you want to check the tag, it worked out perfectly.
To El Toro de
Oh,
Leche.
it fits in there.
That's beautiful. El Toro de Leche, the milk bull from Cab Sav. Our favorite purveyor of barnacle.
It's me.
Yeah.
The hemorrhoid man.
How many Hemis you had this year?
I think 2. The one I gave myself at last slice.
Not long ago.
And just for the sake of it, I want to say there was at least one more in there.
Yeah, I do remember that. I think I had 2 this year as well. 2?
2.
Yeah.
Well, the black ink day, I remember I packed my hemorrhoid cream just in case, and I was sitting on the toilet taking the shit, and I was like, I was at the point, like finally some forethought, and I was like, don't, because you'll give yourself a hemorrhoid. That's the first time that's ever happened. Before I'd be like, fucking hemi.
I hate that. I hate it when like the next day you're like, fuck.
Yeah.
I went too hard last
You
night.
stand up and you feel it. It's like, oh, over. One good thing about a hemorrhoid though is it's always a bit itchy, and if you can fart just right, it scratches it.
Yeah, that is
Nuts.
That's art, bro.
Yeah.
That is fucking art.
That's
How's
the one good thing.
Oh, have you ever? Oh no, you probably. Oh no, you may have. Have you ever ridden a motorbike with a hemorrhoid?
No.
It's horrible.
Right.
That was a catalyst to me getting hemorrhoids. Was bloody
Riding too much.
riding across the Nullarbor and back on a Harley.
I'd do it.
Yeah, and it's like one of those things where, like, you'd be like day 3 of 5 days of riding, you're like, I got 2 bad ones, you know. It's like, this is not good.
Some big thickies, eh?
Yeah, and you go and like you fucking the next day you wake up, you're like, I'm in fucking, you know, Port Augusta and I need to get to Warwicknabeal, which is, you know, 1,000 Ks or whatever. You're like, I just got to do it.
You just got to fucking suck it up.
And that first half an hour, you're like, I'm going to die and bleed out through my asshole today. And then you kind of somewhere after lunch, you're like, oh yeah, I've got hemorrhoids. Yeah. I've got hemorrhoids. And you've just been sitting on one cheek and then the other the whole time. And dude, who came up with riding Harleys anywhere, by the way? They suck.
Not comfy?
It sucks, bro.
They look cool, but, you know.
Look cool as fuck.
Yeah,
you know? And when you pull up at the fucking roadhouse at the end of the day and you like got that real, like you've just got off a horse after 12 hours, kind of getting off the bike swag, and you see that just 50-something-year-old duck giving you eyes across from a caravan, you're like, yeah, I'm a bad man. Yeah. You know?
Look at the face tat right here.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, big deal. Huge. Big deal.
Big scary guy on a bike.
Yeah.
Rip this open.
Come on. I know you're interested, Lou. Give it a little. Little something here. Come on. She's been getting... Got to use your paws. I'm going to do it for you then.
So,
She's... We left a gift at her disposal here the other day when we went out. By the time we got home, just completely unwrapped it. Had torn up all the paper as well.
perfect.
Whoa, puppy. Oh, shit.
Yeah,
Do you know this is a key ring?
I do now.
Yeah.
I know it's your new favorite color.
That's fucking cool as.
Yeah, I walked past it and I was like, "Whoa, it's."
I don't have this.
I didn't think you did.
Bro, I'm going to take this out and use it as a key ring.
Yeah, sick.
Yeah, see that hoop on the back?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, cool.
Yeah, they're
'Cause I
fucking...
noticed it didn't have any wheels. So I was like, oh, whatever. I just thought it was like a model kind of thing.
Better...
Yeah, show the mob. It's the Porsche.
The Porsche 911 Carrera blue and white key ring. Oh, shit. If you're not watching the video version, fuck you, so... Yeah, that's real nice. Thank you.
No worries, bro. Merry Christmas.
It's funny, you know. I got George a gift, and he's like, "Oh, I'll open it on Christmas for sure." It's like 10 o'clock the other night. We've all come back from Christmas lights. We've gone to the beach already. We've come here just to like stock up and this.
See ya.
But yeah, we've all come back here. I'm like, George, you got to open this gift, and everyone's like, "Oh, so George gets a gift." I'm like, "Listen, you fruity fucking losers. I get gifts for people when the right gift is found.
Yeah,
I'm not going to buy you some fucking bubbles from Kmart and wrap it up just so you get to unwrap something, okay?"
Sticky hand and some
Dude.
dice. The dice was.
The dice are elite.
Dice are pretty
Don't fucking downplay the dice,
that's
baby.
on me.
But yeah, the sticky hands, that was actually for a game. There's a game you play, put a 20-cent coin on the table,
Oh yeah.
and it's like the first person to get it wins, and then you create the game around it. So it's like, oh, they might get to select someone who has to drink the rest of their drink, whatever. But
Never came to fruition.
never came to fruition, and then I just threw them all out the next day before anyone woke up, you know, because they were covered in shit.
Bugs.
Yeah. One of them deep inside Connor as well. Yeah. Anyway, the
George.
but yeah, so I was like, oh, you got to open this now because it's fucking real cool. And he opened it in front of everyone. It was a cherry red gator skin money clip.
That's so fucking hard, dude.
Gangster.
That's so fucking hard.
I had to search for that thing.
No way. Cherry red. Just to like.
Dude, it was so cool. And like when he opened it, he's kind of like, what is this? I'm like, brother, that's a cherry red gator skin money clip. And he like opens up, he's like, oh my God. And
That's
like
nuts.
gives us a big hug and that. I'm like, that's the perfect. Oh, and Aiden stopped recording as he realized what it was. So we didn't get the reaction. So like, man, thanks for fucking not saving a beautiful moment. Oh, good.
Yeah, it's like, so you get to open it, he's like, what is this? And then it cuts out.
Yeah, yeah. You know what? I'm going to stop sending you very cool reels now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Strictly platonic for you now, brother.
Yeah.
Sorry, man, you fucked up.
If they're only going to be on a comedy basis now. There's going to be no
No game.
no real emotion behind it anymore. You're a good dog? What are you doing? You're halfway between here and the door like you want to do something. Fuck, she creates some suspense, eh?
It is tense in here.
Yeah, I feel like someone's about to get hurt.
So, when's the pod dropping? Christmas?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, we can talk about it then. Like you said, I don't want to go out and look for gifts. Like usually, the gift comes to me.
Yeah.
And obviously, you get the obligatory gifts. So you got to get the sisters and their immediate family and relatives and stuff like that. But extending past that, like friends and stuff like that, spoke to me like that. And I always make
That's
sure
unreal. And I don't have it. That's very cool. Thank you.
spoke to me. I told you. I always make sure I get one for Jai. Me and Jai have been doing it for like I go hard for Jai's, and I think that's probably up there with the best one I got this year. It's a lightsaber.
Whoa.
Yeah, the one from the new Star Wars movie. I'm not up to date, but I had to make sure that it was cool. Because it's a newer lightsaber. I had to hit him up and ask him about it. I'm like, is it cool? And he goes, oh, dude, it's fucking so cool.
Yeah.
It's legit. And I was like, all right, yeah, bet. So I copped that, and it's just been sitting in. I've had it for months. It was the first thing I bought a long time ago, and I just want to open it and play with it. So
Actually.
I'm gonna go give it to him and watch him open it, and then I get to play with it. Got Zoe a whiteboard, electric tablet whiteboard thing, because every Monday she gets all perked up and does the whiteboard on the pantry, and I'm like, imagine if you could do it digitally. And when I wrote stuff on there, it was legible and all that. So got her one of those. She already knows that it's there, so it's not like there's a fucking big surprise or anything. But yeah, I got her that.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
It's almost like that one where it's an episode of The Simpsons and you get something where like you write on it and it translates it into words. Do you know that scene?
No, off the top of my head.
And like I think someone writes on it and it perfectly translates, and then fucking Nelson writes on it and it completely fucking misses what it's trying to write. It's like I can just see you writing on there. It's like you write butter or something on there, and it's like brother.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, well, she give me. I had to write it. I got some gift vouchers and stuff for the sister and that, and I had to write in the card for it, obviously. And I wrote Merry Christmas, and my handwriting sucks. I'm left-handed, like all fast.
Yeah.
So I was like, you should be writing in this. And she goes, why don't you try as hard as you can to do it neatly? And I was like, all right, yeah, whatever.
what a suggestion.
And so instead of writing, 40 words a minute, I slowed down, whipped out the old cursive, and I come in, and it's like the perfect S, so crisp, folded away, loops back up to the T. It's like it's hot. It's like I got no lines, but it's all it's in unison and everything. She's looking at it, she's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
She's like, you give him this is gorgeous. She I watched her weep a tear of joy.
Yeah.
You pan over to the whiteboard, and it's like CHIGGENTIDDY, chicken titty. Like this, like, need some breast. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I'm not fucking putting my all into that.
Yeah.
So we get this chicken titty. So we get this whiteboard, and which is crazy. It's like the big gift is it's homework. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What about you? What's the big buy for the year? Something's cool in there.
I fucking blew out, bro.
Did ya?
Yeah.
Go on.
I spent just under $2,000 on Riz this year. I know, and I only got her 3 things.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. She's like, it's a fucking fridge, I know it. I'm like, yeah, it's a fridge. Anyway, so I'll tell you the lead up to it.
Yeah.
So I wanted to get her something that was like 100% like, holy fuck, I wanted to do that because it's like I've just had no money the past 4 years. And like ever since I've been in the caravan, it's like, it's a lot to ask a female to be like, A, let's live off nothing. B, now we have nothing. Can I borrow your money? C, I hope you really appreciate this shit that I made out of fucking macaroni for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, I know it means a lot because I made it for you. It's like you can only give a chick a coupon book once,
You could always, the fallback is the 3-hour YouTube tutorial on how to do the Celtic love heart knot.
Oh, yeah.
Just in case it all goes to shit.
Yeah, I'll fucking bookmark that for next year.
I got you, bro.
Yeah, and also the coupon book, you really got to think about what she would want, not what you would want,
Yeah, it's like one free blowjob for me, and I can't say no.
Yeah, one free cream pie. She's like, what the fuck is it?
Lucky you.
Yeah, you can claim that whenever as well, But but yeah, so I was like, all right, that's the basis of it. So I've made a decision. And I'm trying to think of the order that I'll tell the story. But, yeah, so I'm like, all right, she's always in the kitchen, so I want to get her something to do with the kitchen. And last year I got her...
As she fucking should be.
Yeah, I mean, when you're that good at it, who's going to stop you? Exactly. So I got her the pink Smeg kettle last year, and she fucking literally had the same response as those two cunts seeing each other at the airport.
She got the toaster too, right? You got the toaster? No, you got the...
Oh, did I get her the toaster? Weren't you with me for that?
No. I just remember there being pink Smeg shit in your house. What's that? That's the mixer.
So no, I think she got herself the mixer. She got the toaster, kettle. She had the coffee machine and the mixer. Now I'm pretty sure I got her the toaster last year. I did. I got her the toaster because it was fucking impossible to find the pink 4-slice toaster, and I had to take the floor model, which I then had to find my own box for. And
you can't wrap just a toaster. It needs to be.
It's obviously a fucking toaster.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I got her that, and she was fucking absolutely blown away. And I was like, oh, that's pretty cool, because I didn't see that coming. I thought it'd be like, oh, thank you. That's beautiful. But no, she was pretty. So, okay, cool. On that same vein, and also, like, I really want to, same with Georgia's thing, like, I want something that she's really going to be like, holy shit,
Yeah.
So I just, yeah, it's definitely recording. I freaked out there for a second.
Oh, fuck, don't do that to me, cuz.
Yeah. So I was like, all right, I want to get her something real cool. And I was like, I want to get her something like almost handmade. Like it's not just something that anyone else can have.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah. So then I've gone down the like, I might fucking look at getting her some knives. So I start going through like, you do the Instagram search, you do the Google search, and then you just like, all right, is there anyone locally? Is there anyone fucking rah? And I found just like literally the first person that had a half legible fucking website. Because there's something between like bespoke craftsmen and a massive gap between being talented at something and being able to advertise themselves.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, I've got a website, and you go on there, it's like, I make knives. and you're like,
text me.
how do I fucking do anything with this? You know, like, where's your previous work? Where's the trust? Where's the contact? Blah blah blah. So anyway, I like find this dude, maybe like fourth search down on like custom or handmade knives or something, and then I find him on Instagram, and like one of my friend's missus has the same surname as him and follows him, and I'm like, all right, bit of trustability there. So I email him. I sent him a message on Instagram, doesn't get back to me. So I sent him an email, hey, my name's Jake, this and that. And he calls me pretty much straight away when I send him that email. How are you, mate? Yeah, nah, good. And fucking, this is what I want to do. I want like a five knife set. And he's like, 5 knives? Like, the fuck is she doing in the kitchen? Too many knives. I said, all right, what would you do? He goes, you want one big one, one middle one small one. Yeah. I'm like, all right, you know what's up. What are the materials? What's this? What's that? And he gives me, like typically the same as if you're hitting me up about clothes. Like there's so many things you can do. Here's what most people do. Yeah. So he goes, you want stainless Damascus. You want, you pick the shape of knife. You want to pick your wood for your handle, and then you want to just any sort of features. Like if you want to put a name on it, or if you want particular, like, you can do like rings at the top and bottom of the handle and that. Like what color they're going to be. I was like, sweet. We'll go, stainless Damascus. We'll go a set of 3, kind of like lock everything in. And in your mind, you're like, oh, yeah, probably looking like $250 a knife or something. Yeah. Anyway.
So you're just talking about something that's been handcrafted.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. But also, I'm at that point of view where like, and I'm always like this, what does it cost? And then figure out how to afford it.
Yeah.
Don't go, what can I afford? And then fit something into that parameter, because fuck that, dude.
You'd be getting a butter knife.
We're going to be dead one day. Just fucking spend the money.
Life on tick, baby.
Yeah, so I borrowed the money to pay for him, but not important. So I bloody hit him all up. I'm like, cool, what are we looking at? He goes, look, to be honest, when do you need them done by? Oh, okay, well, I don't know, maybe like, somewhere between like, 1,300 and 1,400. I'm like, well, we're fucking here now.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Yeah, it's still, you're looking like $400 a knife.
Yeah.
It's not that bad.
Not wild.
Probably have those knives the rest of our life.
Well, that's the idea. And I said to him, look, ideally, obviously, it's going to be that nice that we're thinking that she's going to look after them. And he goes, look, with these knives, they're honestly like that good that he goes, you sharpen them once a year, these bitches will last forever.
You could throw them through fucking as many brick walls as you want.
Yeah, cut a leather boot in half, Hit
it on the whetstone and fucking off you go.
So I'm like, all right, cool, go for it. And like, we go to the back. This is 2 months ago. We go to the back and forwards process of like, all right, what shape of knife do you want? You can have the typical European blade, or you can have like the K blade, which has got a little cut off at the end, which is like an Australian thing.
Yep.
What wood do you want to use? And I've gone with Jarrah just because it's a very like local, beautiful color. Yeah.
It's always Jarrah, isn't it?
It was either Jarrah or she oak, because she oak was the turn off to get to my.
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I was like, oh, Jarrah feels right. I'll go Jarrah. So he had like 20 or 30-year-old Jarrah that was then, what do they call it? Stabilized in Alice Springs and then brought back here and sitting on the shelf to find the exact right purpose for it. Apparently,
how do you stabilize a bit of wood?
I don't know.
What's so unstable about it?
I think it might be like it fills in all the gaps, so it stops it from wanting to. I don't know. I
never thought about wood being unstable before.
I know a lot of chicks that are unstable.
Heaps.
Most of them.
A lot of wood. Most. Sorry, anyway.
Misogynistic. Anyway, so I went with all that, went with the European blade, and pretty much just said, right, it's up to you. Like, do your thing.
Yeah.
So then the next time he messaged me, he goes, do you want to put a name on this? And I was like, yep, sweet. So I said to Riz, I'm like, all right, we're going to put your name on this.
Oh, so she knows what she's copping?
Nah.
Oh, right.
Nah. And I said to her, I was like, oh, would you rather like an Australian style or a European style? Like, not letting her know what it was for.
Just if she had to pick European or Australian, anything.
And she's like, oh, is it a handbag? I'm like, sure.
Just
she
like,
goes,
yeah,
European.
If you like. Okay, yeah.
I'm like, cool, that answers the question. Then I obviously hit up all the boys as well, and they're like, definitely go European. The K-blade is not it.
Yeah.
It doesn't suck. It's just not it for your forever blade, So anyway, I was like, all right, European, then got her to design her own name. We did like a nice sort of cursive thing. And then, gave him that file. He hit me up with a placement. That's when he sent me photos of them like kind of done.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck, they actually look insane.
Yeah.
Like they're beautiful. And anyway, got them engraved. And then I thought, I really want to get a nice big chopping board to go with it. So I went into the Red Mill store in town here probably about a month ago now, 3 weeks ago.
What is that, just like a lumber yard or?
No, it's like we run past it on our Saturday morning run. It's like, you know where Nick sets up his coffee van?
Yep.
Yeah, you go up a bit further. It's on the left-hand side before you collect the post.
Yep.
Yeah, it's just there. So I went in there and because I searched up her shit and she had, I don't know how I got to it, but she had stuff that was made of Jarrah that was locally made. I'm like, perfect. So I got in there. She's like, yeah, it's my husband's stuff. I'm like, even better. She gives me a card. Start yarning to her about it. Call him straight away, and he's like, yeah, no, we can do it. Let me know the dimensions of what you want. Just a rough idea. Put it all in an email for me. Sweet. So I said to him, I want something big that lives on the bench top. I've also got a file that I want you to cut her name out of the thing out of. He's like, sweet, we'll do that. And yeah, just completely gave him no direction other than that. And he called me about 2 weeks later, and he's like, right, we're about to cut the name in. I'm just going to send you like a rough idea of what's going to look like. And he did that. And then just like, yeah, it's funny. I took my hand off the wheel in both scenarios. I just said, kind of do what you think is right. And he lasered it out and then filled it with resin. So it's like there's no divots for stuff to get caught in.
Yeah, cool.
And then like just went nuts on layer and layer and layer and layer. And yeah, went and picked that up, and I think that was $300. And then, so the knives got up to $1,500 with the engraving. Yep. And then Homeboy did the boards, that was like $300. And then just like also got her a fucking Pandora bracelet that she already got. I got her a hell nice sleeping mask that she's already got. Like Louis opened it for her, so.
Nice. Thanks, Lou.
And then got a little like orange ceramic pot that's like got a lid that comes off, a little spoon in there for our salt.
Oh, cool.
So that's real cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, the idea is the knives will match the chopping block. And then I also got like a magnetic chopping board that's like on an angle that you store your knives on. So they're not in something.
Yep.
So, and that means that you can kind of like use it, take it off.
Cool. Well, you spend that money on knives, you don't want to just see the end of it. You want them displayed. So
that's right. And I have a feeling we'll end up getting like a wall-mounted magnet that's super strong, because I don't really trust. I got like a fear the knife's going to fall off the ground and fucking stab you in the foot or
it's terrifying.
Hit Lou. And these knives are no fuck around sharp. So yeah, it's funny because they're like wrapped in what he gave me, which is like they kind of have paper around them taped up, and then individually like wrapped in a rag, and then wrapped in a big rag, and I've wrapped them in a towel and wrapped that. It's wrapped. It's just like when she opens it, it's like just fucking unwrap
is this a dead fish?
Yeah.
It fucking feels like a dead fish.
It's like Lou is not allowed anywhere near that when it gets unwrapped. And also just fucking be careful, take your time, do it up on the bench top.
Slowly.
Very slowly. So yeah, it's fucking, I'm really excited. I'm really excited.
She's going to love it.
And I built up this whole thing of like, it's European, it's got your name on it.
She's expecting to get like some Louis Vuitton. It's like, it's expensive.
Yeah.
And you're like, go cut up some fucking celery sticks. We got people coming over.
Yeah, I want something, make them feel nice is what I'm saying.
Get that charcuterie, charcuterie, what is it?
Yeah, charcuterie, you got it.
Thank you. The charcuterie board.
It's like get me a chew bowl.
Yeah.
Man. We're like going through all the possible names. It's like, brother, it's acai.
The best part, like George tried to order an acai, an ackee bowl or whatever.
Yeah.
But he's standing there and he goes, give me one of these. He's pointing to a picture of it. And the guy's looking at him. He's like, want what? Because he can't see the picture. And I'm next to George, but you got to say it, man. He goes, give me in a chew bowl. The guy's like, acai? I just fucking was like, that's so funny, dude.
And a chew bowl is ridiculous.
You fucking suck, George.
I feel like we're all peer pressured to have so many fucking unnecessary calories on a Saturday morning.
I just have look. I don't do that. I'm not doing the chew bowl, man. I'm not. It just looks too filling. I don't want it. I'll have the mandatory brekkie wrap. Absolutely. There's a few times I've double dipped and grabbed the ham and cheese, but it's just maybe it's not it. It's just stick with the brekkie wrap. Maybe some bloobs.
Yeah, I do love getting a fucking half kilo of blueberries and leaving there with 100 grams.
It's hot. I like rocking up and getting to eat a bunch of blueberries.
Yeah.
Frozen or fresh.
I've been rocking the frozen grapes lately, eh?
Oh, man, I need to get some grapes. You know what's crazy? I don't want to fucking whinge again, but fucking, they're asking like, they're like fucking expensive. They are, like, I can't even get a number in my head right now. They are fucking per kilo.
Grapes.
Expensive right now.
Yeah, of course.
What the fuck?
It just...
don't say everything's expensive right now.
It's not everything's expensive. Like everything that's small, like dates are expensive, grapes, blueberries, raspberries, strawberries.
Yes.
They're all expensive.
It's such a hard buy though, because you're like, I'm going to spend $20 right now on grapes, and then I'm not going to get 3 days out of them.
Yeah, put them in the freezer.
Where you just freezing them, like you just raw dogging them, just straight in the freezer, and then what you
Pull them all off the vine and then put them
off.
Yeah.
Pause. That's fucking gay, dude.
What do you mean?
Pull
Suck
them
them off the vine. Whatever you want to do.
Yeah, you want one? And then
just chuck them in the freezer. And it's like, I find it's good because I'm real peckish. Like, especially I'm working in here. It's like, I just need to get away from my computer. It's like, I come and have like 3 frozen grapes. I'm like,
yeah,
I'm ready to fuck some shit up, find some gay reels, send them, and then get back to work.
yeah, hell yeah.
Little break. Come here. Give me a cuddle.
Yeah, frozen grapes, huh?
Yeah, frozen grapes are it. But also, I find like jerky's real good.
Jerky's probably up there with one of the better because it's a lot more satiating, you know,
Yeah.
because of the protein content.
It's pretty funny. It's like I think it's in Harold and Kumar, and they're like 2 Ku Klux Klan members taking a piss. He goes, "Man, pissing feels so good." And the other guy's like, "Put it right up there with shitting and coming." And I want to respond to so many things with that, but it's just never contextual. Yeah. Put it right up there with shitting and coming. What the fuck are you talking about?
Just one of the greater things in life, you know.
It is. I tell you what, there's nothing like that fucking first proper dump post partying. You're just like, oh, my body's back to normal.
Yeah,
my body is back.
Well, I've had the last 3 days off work, crook, and the last couple of days throughout the last week as well. And like we spoke about this morning, I didn't even want to come do this. I was fucking over it. But once I got up, forced myself to have a shower. Morning shower is not usually for me, bro. Usually like a wank, no showers, get along with the dad kind of guy.
Really?
No, that's fucked up.
That's fucking crazy.
I'm not criminal, bro. But I was like, fuck it, I'm going towards the beach. It's like, I'm towels in the car. Once we finish up here, I'm going for a quick dip, head home, go to sleep.
Yeah.
Get ready for nights. So I'm looking for, that'll be this, I think this will be my first swim of the season too.
Wow.
Well, I know, man. And it's fucking, and it's always the thing, and it's like, I always want to live near the beach because I always have. But it's like, I live at the beach and I don't even go that much.
Yeah.
You know, I can count on one hand every year the amount of times I head down there because it's like, you can go down there, you can have a quick dip, you can, you know, put on 4 liters of sunscreen because I'm pasty, have a bit of a roll around, get sand all through your car, go home, get sand all through the shower, you know, and then you can sit down in the aircon, or you could just go home and sit in the fucking aircon, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I tell a lie. We go to the beach all the fucking time. Sorry.
We do go the Saturday mornings.
Like, besides from the run, but like me, myself, to go to the beach without you guys, I haven't done it yet, you know?
Yeah, it is one of those, like, I won't go by myself. That's fucking psychopath behavior.
But it's just like to go, dip, rack off. Like, I'm not like hanging out. I'm not reading a book. That's just quick swim.
Yeah, I like to go just long enough that you feel the sun but don't get burnt.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I used to go, after a workout, used to go with Pez and Jake a lot, and people used to whinge because Pez would get to the beach, we'd go for a swim, like a quick dip. You would get in everything that you can, and you'd be like, all right, cool, let's go. And I'm like, yeah, sick. That's all I wanted to do. I was like,
yeah.
I'm gonna fucking, I brought a vortex for this. So let's fucking hang out. Let's get some snags, a watermelon. It's like, no, that's girl shit. You know,
yeah,
if you
I don't
want
like
to hang
that.
around at the beach, yapping, reading a book, getting a tan on, that's feminine as fuck. Like, you're a man, go for a swim, go home.
Yeah, the laying in the sun ain't for me.
No, look how white I am, bro.
Yeah.
Even if it wasn't, I don't know. I want to do that.
That's the whole point of getting tattoos as well, so you don't have to have a tan. You know,
covered it up. This is my vanity. Yours comes from a can, mine from a needle.
Yeah,
That's powerful.
yeah, that's
Thank you.
right up there with shitting and coming. Oh, we gotta.
You back? How are ya?
Oh wait, what do you got in there? You got flowers. Oh, you didn't need to do that.
Shouldn't have.
I prefer blue. That's okay.
Matches my eyes more.
You're good? Jump on. We were just talking about your Christmas present, actually. Come and, just because the audience already knows what you're getting for Christmas now, come and give us a guess what you think it is. Come on, mate.
Oh, come on.
Up to the microphone.
Yeah. Camera here, camera there.
Got to speak into the mic, otherwise I can't hear.
A Porsche.
There's a Porsche.
Give me a clue.
It's European. It's got your name on it.
It is European.
A bag. A handbag.
Ooh.
Good guess.
Shockingly close.
A wallet. I think I got it.
Yeah, don't
I
get...
got it. It's a wallet.
Stop guessing.
Yeah, if you keep guessing...
You ruined the surprise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you want to ruin your Christmas day, go right ahead.
I found out this year that I'm really, really bad at lying.
Oh yeah.
Zoe a water bottle. She's like asking me 100 questions about another thing that I got for her. And I'm like, she's like, is it somewhere that we usually go to buy stuff? I'm like, not really, no. And she goes, you get me a water bottle? And I'm like, no. Like, she goes, oh, cool, so I'm getting a water bottle. Like, just stop fucking, shut up.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Yeah, go on. Ruin your Christmas day.
Yeah.
I don't give a.
You want to open it now? She's like, yeah, not too fucking bad.
Yeah.
Think about it every time.
We've already done that. Do you want to open it? It's like, yeah, it's like, we probably shouldn't though.
We did, yeah. Oh, I opened one yesterday.
Oh yeah?
One for each other. Yeah, just a stocking stuff. I'm actually repping it right now. Fucking.
Oh, huge.
Yeah, the Pepe LaCroix jocks, bro.
That's nice.
That's fucking.
That's pretty big. Riz, you taking notes?
Yeah.
You got them Pepe LaCroix underwear.
Came out. Yeah, for fucking.
Cut the asshole out.
Right up there with shit and coming.
Yeah, you getting it.
Yeah. I just got her a Polaroid photo book.
Oh, yeah?
Like all the Polaroids are on the fridge, and they don't all need to be up there. But if you don't have them on the fridge, when are they going to get looked at in a photo album? It's genius.
See, the digital photo frames are back with a vengeance this year.
I know that Caitlin's getting one, my sister, for sure. I want to get. I'd get one for mum and just have like just the nicest photos, and then just like a 1 second frame of just me doing the most raucous shit.
Yeah, just Aiden taking a shit from a height.
No, I'm planking behind him.
Yeah.
Like, it's coming back.
Oh, I'd love to get a digital photo frame for all the boys and just put all of the photos from the previous year on there.
Oh, like the whole year.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
That's a genuine day-long experience, though.
Yeah.
That would be nuts. Because all the
You can get
photos...
clips on there as well.
Huh?
Like clips.
What, like
Like an
fucking
8-second
Connor
video.
pushing his toe into Aiden's foreskin?
Yeah. That was
Yeah.
sick.
You can't unsee that.
Wish I'd never really. I'm glad I did.
Oh, look, it's not up there with shitting and coming, but it's definitely on the list.
I wouldn't mind seeing fucking Coops holding up the cardboard box. Georgia, did you get that stab? Like doing rack, like making the table out of cardboard and Coops.
Oh, yeah. I thought it was off the
perfect.
glasses.
No, that too. And then I like panned through a few because I didn't check my phone. I was like 18 Snapchats from George, and each of them like progressively getting better. I'm like,
Yeah.
fuck, I should have been on that, man.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah. I must admit, that was hard not going to 2 weekends in a row going to Ice Cream Factory.
Yeah, nuts.
I know, it's kind of like you get FOMO, but also then in an alternate reality, you're there and you're just like, I hate being around people.
Yeah.
It's too hot.
Man, it's too hard. It's too much work.
Then all of a sudden it's Saturday morning and you're in Perth, you're like, I got to go home. You
6
know?
degrees and you're 2.5 hour drive away from home. What are you going to do?
Yeah, they're like, oh, you know what we should do? We should stop at
Shut
fill in the
fuck
blank.
up,
And you're
man.
like,
no, shut up.
you should go non-stop until you hit my house.
Yep.
And then you should not even say goodbye and just let me out of the car.
Yeah. Fuck off for a week at least. Like, leave me alone. Yep.
Yeah. It's sad, but it's also, that's like the expense of bloody going hard, isn't it?
Borrowing tomorrow's happiness and all that.
Yeah. Or unless you're over 30, then you're borrowing next week's happiness.
Yeah, I don't envy you, bro.
Yeah. Are you going again?
See ya.
Have a lovely day. But yeah, it's it's one of those. I just got a 10% battery remaining on my iPad. It's not plugged in.
Oh, cool. I guess it's about time to wrap it up anyway.
Yeah, we're an hour and 20 in, but we're probably going to have to cut the first 10 because we referenced multiple people and said all the bad words.
That's fine.
All of them. All of them too.
Yeah, I think. Oh, you're the edit guru. You do what you got to do. We've
I am.
still got about an hour worth of content there.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, over an hour. Or we could just have the first 5 minutes. It's like, you know.
That was kind of funny as well.
Yeah.
It's like warm up vocals.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, very good. All right. It's been a pleasure having you on the pod.
Thanks. Happy to be here.
If anybody wants to find Gage, his address is... But links below. Thanks for listening, guys. Enjoy the rest of your day and Merry Christmas.
Yeah, don't forget, Merry Christmas. Happy New Year if we're not back by then.
Yeah, don't forget, be festive and merry and good to your mum because we're fucking out.
See ya.
You.